Hi everyone. Today I'm happy to be here with Federico, a successful student of Unger Academy. Federico's here to share some of his experience with our training program. Hi Federico, how's it going?
Hi, Chelsea. Good, thanks. And you?
I'm great, thanks. I'm thrilled to have you here with us today.
I'm happy too because, well, I know this means that it was a success.
Yes. All right, so let's start. Can you tell us a little about yourself, your job, and what you do in life?
Yes, well, I'm 43 years old, and I've been working at a pet food manufacturing company for about 15 years. I have a degree in economics, and I specialized in business management. However, as it often happens in life, I ended up doing something completely different, and I'm currently doing a job that's more for engineers, so to speak, because I deal with production. So I started with planning, so demand planning, and then I moved on to optimizing processes for the company. So in terms of costs, and now I'm on the path to potentially taking over plant management,
Wow,
hopefully.
that's quite demanding.
So yes, so now I'm the plant manager. So I'm in charge of both the warehouse and the production itself. And then, of course, well, I have a hobby for trading, and that's since a very young age.
Okay, and you used to have a discretionary approach?
Yes, I have a very
Mhm.
discretionary and very impulsive approach that led me to make some good profits occasionally, but also has often made me suffer some very big losses.
And what difficulties did you have before joining our training program?
Well, the main difficulties were that I used to follow my gut. So I listened to news, and then I tried to guess where the market would go. It was a bit like flipping a coin. So sometimes I got it right. Oftentimes I didn't. Um, Probably I'm not lucky with gambling.
I'd say no one
Yeah,
is.
right.
And what made you choose our program over the many others available on the market?
Well, what struck me the most is that Andrea put his face on it. Before joining this program, I had seen an advertisement in a banner on a website, and I got curious. I bought Andrea's first book first, the one on risk management. I really liked it, both in the way that the topic was approached and in the way it was explained, in a very methodical way. So I gathered more information, and then I bought the Unger Method book. And after that, I was contacted. As I said, I like the fact that Andrea puts his face on it. Also because he's got a lot of credibility, having won the World Cup Trading Championships 4 times with real money, so not demo trading. And also, other students of his who followed his program won this prize. So it means that it is a replicable method. And it's not like I give you something and then if it goes well, great. If not, I don't care.
Yes, for sure. And was there an aspect of our program that particularly helped you?
Well, first of all, the method teaches you to do things step by step, follow certain logic and criteria, and not to wing it, including, for example, a correct use of stop loss and very tight risk management strategies. Because capital is the first thing to protect, right? And then performances come later. I really liked it. I initially enrolled in the 1 year target program, but then I was contacted for joining the From Zero to Trader in 8 weeks program, which I found very well structured because, on the one hand, it immediately gives you the possibility to use the trading platform and to start, let's say, to play with the systems, even if it was just in demo. And on the other hand, there is a very intense theoretical part that teaches you all those key concepts.
Yeah, and it gives you homework too.
Yes, I mean, the homework, as silly as it may seem, is what makes you practice. You practice and you repeat the exercises until you become familiar with all the tasks involved. Something that most probably, if you studied by yourself, you wouldn't do. Maybe you try to practice, maybe you don't. Maybe you do it when you're already live and you find nasty surprises.
And after implementing what you learned in the program, what results have you achieved?
Well, in the beginning, I started with one contract to test the infrastructure, the system too, how it interacted with the broker I chose. So the first week was, so to speak, a trial. The first complete month, I made about plus 20%. Now we're just past 3 months, and today I'm at plus 107.7%.
Wow, just a bit of an increase.
Yes, well, let's just say it's slightly beyond what I expected. I mean, I expected 20 to 30%, 40% maximum annually. But as of now, I did a little bit better.
A little bit better, yes.
What reassures me anyway is that when I participate in the Trader of the Month contest, and there are always other students who do better than me because I've never won it yet, and seeing the performances of others, I see that there is room to do even better.
Yes, of course. And how's your life changed after achieving these results, both financially and in terms of awareness?
Well, at the moment, I tell you, I started with a minimum amount. I started with €15,000. Then I also made a withdrawal to see if interactive brokers wouldn't, play tricks on me. And I had no tricks. It's true. Now the financial component is starting to show. But above all, my mindset has changed because I feel more relaxed now. I live alone. I have expenses. Before, the money I managed to save was always a bit uncertain. But now I know what to do with it.
That's great.
Yeah, maybe in a few years this will also become my main job. Who knows? If it continues like this, I might consider it.
Absolutely, yes. There are quite a few who do it like
In
that.
that case, I would have a lot of time to dedicate to my hobbies.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're also very important.
And where do you think you'd be now if you hadn't decided to join our program?
Probably, I'd be chasing some outliers, hoping to guess the right direction of the markets.
Ah, yes, yes.
Maybe I'd be taking some big losses, or once in a while earning a bit more. Let's say that in the past, I used to invest in trading only small amounts of money. Amounts that, having them or not didn't really change my life.
So, like a game, basically.
Exactly, precisely. Like, tonight I make a bet at the casino, even if it's a bit bad to say it. So now instead, I also feel like putting a bit more savings in trading.
Ah, nice. That's confidence, let's say.
Oh, yes, it really gives you confidence. And then there's that mindset part that says, how nice, there's something that works for me, even when I'm not working.
Exactly.
There's a big job behind to do initially, but then the maintenance work objectively is not so big. There's some daily activities, but I don't have to spend 8 hours working on it.
Yes.
The systems work for me, finally. Especially at the beginning, I spent, apart from the learning part, that's not over yet. Anyway, after I started studying, it was mid-July, so in 6 months, I can't be a master. Far from it. Especially when it comes to writing code. Now I can read codes, I can write something decent, but I'm still not sure to write a code from scratch.
Okay, yeah, that's continuous learning, as they say, continuous education.
Yes. Also, because then I took other programs, like the one on crypto and the Iron Shark. So, little by little, I'll also implement my knowledge on that.
Okay, well, great. And to conclude, what would you say to someone who's watching this interview and maybe considering whether to enroll in the program or not?
I can only be satisfied with the choice I made. Those who are undecided, in my opinion, need to make a decision and enroll. And without dawdling too much.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Federico, for dedicating your time to us.
Thank you, Chelsea.
And I wish you happy trading too.
Thank you.
Also, hope to see you as the winner
of the Trader of the Month or the Year. Because now I've seen that the Trader of the Year has also come out. So maybe we'll do another interview.
Yes, I hope to interview you for that reason exactly. Thank you so much.